and mocked, the Son of Man was led upon the last of his earthly journeys. It was but a short journey, for the place of crucifixion lay not far beyond the city walls. But all the unutterable weariness of his trial before the Jews, his trial before the Romans, the scourging and shame of the final mockery, had sapped his strength so much by now that when the soldiers placed upon his shoulders the cross upon which he was to die, he scarce could carry it no further than the crowded street that led out of the city. The centurion in command summoned from the crowd a strong and sturdy man whose name has passed into history as Simon of Cyrene. And him, says St. Matthew, they compelled to bear the cross. Along the Via Dolorosa, that way of aching shame and grief, there were the thousands of pilgrims to the Passover. And among them, there must have been many who, but a few short days ago, had cast their cloaks before him, had lifted their voices in those glad hosannas, had seen with their own eyes the sick made whole, the lepers cleansed, the blind restored to sight, the halt and maimed returned to freedom. And many must there also have been watching, who gloated that the man they had so long sought to ensnare was on his way, at last, to crucifixion. The record tells us of no single man who raised a voice to pity him. But St. Luke assures us that there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. Despite the marching soldiers ahead of him and behind him, the Son of Man paused in his weariness long enough to give these women solemn warning.
Daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in which they shall say, Blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear.
They came at last to the place which is called Calvary. And there his cross laid down by Simon of Cyrene on the ground, and the crosses of the malefactors laid on either side of him, the Son of Man was stripped and nailed to the cross.